My name's Dom, and welcome to Gamebox Daily. So a little bit of news for you. If you are familiar with the Minecraft series, then you'll probably know about Minecraft Dungeons. Minecraft Dungeons is essentially a Diablo-like style ARPG, and the premise is simple. You join up with up to 4 players, you go into a Minecraft-themed style world, and you fight against various mobs, so skeletons, spiders, creepers, etc. Included in this is a whole plethora of loot, and they have various stats, and there's different types, and there's armors and legendary bits and pieces that you can collect on the way, and they give you lots of it, and you're constantly feeling like you're constantly upgrading, and it's lots of fun. So when you think of ARPGs such as Diablo 2, for example, you don't usually think of an arcade box. Well, Mojang don't think this way, because they have come up with their very first Minecraft Dungeons arcade cabinet. So when I first came across this, I was just like, how? As a Diablo 2 player, I just can't see how you can have progression and all the different loot styles and pickups, and there's just too much random chance to kind of have this as an arcade machine. But Mojang have given an attempt to try and do it. So before we get into the whole nitty gritty of everything, I just want to say the arcade cabinet looks super cool. It's really colourful. They've got a great setup. It is very kind of Minecrafty in its style and design, and it's got great rims and trimming, and there's also glowing lights, and kind of got that nice square aesthetic, and there's a big panel in the background, and you've got all the characters kind of over you. And when you are playing with 4 friends, kind of you're all sat there with your joysticks and your buttons next to each other, and it looks really cool. So comparatively to the PC and Xbox versions, there are some features that are identical. However, there are some adaptations to make it, compatible in an arcade style interface. So straight off the bat, first difference, there are less levels than the PC and Xbox version. There are only 9 levels this time round. However, it's very, in terms of controlling your character, it's still the same. You've got the melee ability, you've got a dodge, and you've got the ranged ability, and then it's just a case of using all 3 of these to survive and keep your money in your pocket. So a lot of you, I'm sure, are asking, how do you save for progression? How do you save a character? What happens if you die? How do you continue your playthrough? And Mojang have come up with an answer, and that is in the forms of these new cards. So instead of a save file, you'll actually be given a physical card depending on how far you've got with each play session. And these cards will be used to kind of buff up your weapons, the pets, skins, etc. that you would normally pick up in the PC and Xbox versions. And to earn these cards, basically you've got to collect these diamonds that drop throughout the game, and they fill up a meter called the card meter, strangely enough. And once your meter fills up, then you get given a card. There are 60 of these cards that you can collect throughout the game. However, with each play session, you can only scan in 5, and I guess that's how you mix up and match and have the different types and determine the build that you want to use when doing your next play session. And having played Minecraft Dungeons, they can certainly get away with this. Minecraft Dungeons has a very simple style to it. There are limited abilities, there are limited armor slots, and there are limited weapons. And I'm guessing that each card will match to each one of these slots that are currently implemented in the current system. So for those who are wondering, where can I play this? Currently, there are only a handful of arcades that are floating around that are available in North America. And obviously you may not be able to even play with it in your area because obviously COVID-19 has locked down a lot of the infrastructure in various countries around the world. What's my thoughts on this? Well, I'm at the age now where I realise that arcade machines are there to kind of suck the money out of your pocket, but I do think the idea is really cool, and I like the fact that they're coming up with something really novel, unique, that's not been done before. And for parents with children who take their kids out to arcades, I think this will have appeal. Minecraft is incredibly popular right now, has been for a long time, and I foresee it being popular going forward. And take a kid to a place like this, they're going to recognise it and want to give it a go. So there we have it. This is the brand new Minecraft Dungeons arcade machine. If you have one in your area and you are fortunate enough to give it a go, let us know in the comments. I would be really interested to know what you think about it. If you are actually still playing arcade machines, I'd also like to hear from you. I personally haven't been in an arcade in years, and do think they're kind of like falling off a bit, but maybe I'm wrong because I just haven't been to one. As always, a big thank you for watching and listening to this. If you have any thoughts and comments, do leave them below. If you've enjoyed it, perhaps think about giving us a thumbs up. And for more news like this, of course, hit that subscribe button. But we'll be back with more news in the week. But most importantly, stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll be back soon.